Welcome back to Josh's Smart Home. Today, we're going to be fixing a problem that I had for years, and I bet many of you still have, and that is going out and hanging up holiday lights, outdoor lights for different occasions, or just for Christmas time, or whatever you celebrate. And there's a real solution for that, and that is the Asahom Permanent Outdoor Lights Pro. This thing is awesome. I'm super excited to get this up today. I'm going to be going over to my cousin's house and installing these. So we're not going to be doing it here at my house. We're going to be taking a road trip and getting these installed there. But before we do that, I want to get these opened up, show you what they're like inside, do the unboxing, give you some of the specs, and show you what it looks like right here in the theater. Welcome back to all the regulars, and welcome to the new viewers as well. I want to let the new viewers know that I've been building out my smart home for about 10 years now, and I want to share with you what I've learned along the way to make your home smarter. I want to thank Asahom for sponsoring this video and providing these awesome lights for my cousin. Alright, it is time to get these unboxed. So right on top, we have the user manual, which is pretty standard, but also we have a little ruler here, which is pretty convenient. I used to utilize a piece of cardboard so that I could have that, taped up and pretty thick and just hold that up and hold the light against it for the install. But having the measurement right inside here, pretty useful. I would like to see, though, that the measurement gets cut off. So what I would do if I were you is I'd find the distance you want them from the wall and cut this right at that distance so you can hold it right against the edge, make it super simple for you. Next, there's 3 boxes in here. I'm going to start with the smaller box here on the end. And this box has the power supply in it, as well as a lot of other items. I had to check into exactly what all these other items are. Looks like we have a splitter here, so you can have this in the center rather than right at the end of one of the strings. An extension cord in here. Looks like some type of protecting cord, so we'll have to get into that. Oh, there's a fault detection module, it says on the back. That's helpful. So this is pretty interesting. And there's also the clamps, if you want to utilize those to hang the lights, as well as what appears to be connections if you need to splice the cables at all. So it looks like there's a little area that you could splice them and put them in here, and then maybe this is a box to put that inside of. I'll have to check this out. All right, on to the second box. And here we have lights. So here we have one set, and then we have another set here, and it looks like there's more sets here. So this one looks like a longer set because we have just the 2 caps on it. These other 2, this one, these are sets of single lights. So that is super cool because that's always one of the issues is what if you don't have an area that's just flat? If you have an area where you need to utilize, a single light or just a couple lights, having these broken out, super useful. Really excited to see that. And then this one has several caps, definitely more than single lights, but not as long as that first one. So let's see what we have in the third box. And in this box, we have some more lights. So this one's another longer string, so I'm going to put that over with that guy. And this one's also a longer string, so there's 3 longer strings so far. And it looks like 4 longer strings. And we have a couple of more extensions. That's and it says signal amplifier on them. So this is a pretty neat setup. A lot of options here. So really dynamic compared to most of the other brands that I've seen. I have a couple other models, and these are by far the most versatile with what's included. Now that we got these unboxed, I want to go over the specs of these things because it's amazing. These really are true set and forget type lights. They operate at -4 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit for up to 50,000 hours. That is a long time. They have a 3-year warranty, and you can put them outside, and they are IP67 waterproof. So lots of great specs here, but we're really concerned about the lights. And that's where you're going to get blown away. There are 72 lights, 70 lumen per light. There's 30,000 light combinations, so you can do almost anything with these lights. They have integrated WLED, and you can utilize the integrated AI in them. Not only can you do these things, but you can extend them up to 800 feet. I don't know of any other brand that can extend up to 800 feet on the string. And they feature zone control, so you can have different areas of your house do different things and control it by the zone. Not to mention all the DIY, the T-splitter and the extensions and the individual lights versus the long strings. I mean, there's so many options. It's a really great setup here. And I'm going to light these up so you can see exactly what they look like. All right, now it's time for the big reveal. And look at that glow. I only hooked up some of the longer strings here for right now just to see what they look like. And my goodness, they are cool. Got the full rainbow effect going on right now and pretty bright too. So definitely lights this up. Now that we have these things unboxed, talked about the specs, and even showed you the initial view of the lights, I'm going to head over to my cousin's house. We're going to get these things installed and show you what that's like and show you the final product at the end, so stay tuned. All right, I'm over at my cousin's house now, and you can see we got these installed, and these Asahom permanent outdoor light pros are just amazing. We got everything up there, and the ability to be able to cut them or put just a single light different places made it so easy. Here you can see what it was like to do the install. You measure it out, clean the area with alcohol, and then you place the light. Make sure you're pressing firmly for 30 seconds after that alcohol dries so you get a nice clean surface and really good contact. Now I'm going to walk you through some of the presets here. So this is on a Halloween. I'm going to switch it to another Halloween. And then here's a third Halloween and a fourth Halloween. There's all kinds of options here. I'll move out of the frame so you can see better. And we'll go to Christmas. Here's another Christmas. And here's a Christmas tree. We haven't programmed these yet to know exactly where the pieces are on the house. So once it's programmed, these should look even better. We have St. Patrick's Day here. Independence Day. So if you're from the US, here's a patriotic scene that you can employ. Here's Canada Day. We have a Super Bowl, Thanksgiving, dance party. We can do Hanukkah, New Year's. There's also ways to go in and adjust just the pixel. So you can go in and select a color. Let's just go with some green here. We'll save that. And then you can apply it to the particular lights that you want to do. Green. And just like that, you can change it to any color you want. And you could have different colors at different spots. And you can also do, let's say we want to do red and green for Christmas maybe. And we want to have some red here and red in this section and just some random red throughout. And this is maybe more of a pinkish color. I'll have to do a better job picking red next time, but you can see as it rotates through, and you can have different rain effects, wave, flicker, pulse, cycle, backwards, forward, and motionless. So lots of options here to be able to pick out exactly what you want. And here's an alert scene. And there's even an AI. So if we want to tell it bright white, we can tell it bright white. And it'll figure out exactly what we're looking for. And we can go ahead and use it. So that'll switch over to the white like that. So now you saw the lights in action, and we had everything installed in a couple hours, and we're able to enjoy them the same evening. Leave me a comment in the comments section below if you think these lights are better or if there's another brand that you prefer. And make sure you like and subscribe so you don't miss future videos. I'll see you in the next one.